We are at the Oklahoman Video Studio for Parties Extra. I am Helen Ford Wallace, and with me today are Catherine Armitage and Karen Delaney. They are going to tell us about literary voices. Welcome, you all.
Thanks for having us, Helen.
Catherine, you just keep having good speakers.
I know.
Every year. This is the 14th annual event, I think.
Yes, it is.
So who do you have coming in this year?
Well, this year we're fortunate to have Sebastian Junger coming to Literary Voices, which is going to be at the Oklahoma City Golf and Country Club on Thursday, April 14th. And the patron party's at 6, and then the dinner will be at 7.
And he has written books?
He has written a wide variety of books, from Death in Belmont to War, and then he has a new book coming out called Tribe. And his stop here in Oklahoma City is going to be his last engagement before he goes on his book tour. So I feel like we're really fortunate to have him coming here.
And he was pretty famous for The Perfect Storm, wasn't he?
Yes, that was his first literary success. And then he's also gotten into documentary filmmaking. He spent 18 months in Afghanistan and made the Oscar-nominated Restrepo documentary, which also won Best Documentary at the 2010 Sundance Film Festival.
Oh my gosh, that's very fine. So he's
and
really...
we are including a showing of Restrepo.
Yes. So we are going to screen it. The Oklahoma City Museum has kindly let us use their beautiful theater, and so that will be on Tuesday, March 29th at 6 o'clock.
So and
that's for free.
Oh my gosh, so that's very, very nice. So you all, who does it benefit?
It benefits the Library Endowment Trust, and as we were talking about, that yes, the library is supported by taxpayer dollars, but I think we all know that taxpayer dollars don't do everything that we'd like to do. And we're particularly proud that our library system is so very strong, 19 branches, and they have such great programming, and I know Karen has a few that she'd like to share.
Yes. Last year we had 1,000,007 customer visits, and there are only 700,000 people who live in Oklahoma County. And our summer reading program for teenagers had 21,000 people visiting. We have 427,000 card holders, and people...
How many?
427,000 card holders.
Isn't that amazing?
It really is. It's a wonderful statistic.
So it's a very well-used institution.
And libraries are our library system in particular is very relevant. I have on my phone right now a book that I downloaded. I can press a button and I can listen to it, either in my car or in my home. I can download whole books from the library, so we are very technologically savvy. And we're also providing many services for the community. We have a great program called Kids Reading to Dogs, which is therapy dogs come into many branches of the library, and children come in and read to them, and they're not self-conscious when they're reading to the dogs. And it just helps them with their practice, and the dogs look lovingly at them, and they are practicing reading. And we also have tax prep programs for seniors and all kinds of community service events.
That is very wonderful. And the speakers you have kind of, they're all authors usually.
Yes.
And so it just kind of all fits together.
Yes, and we've had all kinds of authors. We started in 2003 with Dave Barry, who's a well-known humorist.
Yes.
And we've had Laura Bush with her biography. We've had Mary Higgins Clark. We've had David McCullough, Khaled Hosseini. So we really try to vary the number and type of authors that we have.
And they're all fabulous. So the decorations are always outstanding. So tell us about that.
Well, we can't do that because Linda Garrett would.
Oh, she's the chairman?
Yes, Linda Garrett always does the reveal when you walk in, and there's always that collective, which is exciting.
So you can't tell us? Oh, I'm sorry.
We'd have to kill you.
Okay.
And we're on tape, so then they'd know where to find us.
It has something to do with the library history.
Yes.
The library history.
Yes.
Wow.
So
and dinner? Good dinner?
Dinner is fabulous, and Elaine Levy and Terry Cooper have spearheaded that effort, and the Oklahoma City Golf and Country Club always is impeccable with the food. So, and the dessert is going to be phenomenal. Chocolate is involved. So, but the funds are very much needed in terms of for the endowment because of the programs that Karen touched on, and also in terms of, I think the buildings are all 50.
All of our buildings are 50
plus
years old, and they look it a little bit. And the population has grown in several of the areas where we have our 19 branches. and we've had to either build a brand new library like we did in Jones, or we have to update technologically. And so the funds that we collect and invest at the Library Endowment Trust go for capital improvements as well as maintaining all the programs in the library.
And we have an honoree too, actually. So Steve Payne is the Lee Bronner Award winner, which he is an amazing community volunteer, so he'll be honored. And also the Junior League is being honored for their 10-year focus on literacy.
Good, good honorees.
Yes.
And that is the Lee Bronner Award?
Yes.
Tell us how that got started.
Well, and I don't, Karen, if you were at the first Dave Barry, but I guess there was a little bit of a riff on that Lee Bronner actually won the Lee Bronner Award. So at the inaugural event, Dave Barry, who's a humorist, had a really good time with that. So every year, a community volunteer is selected, and Steve Payne is our honoree.
I know the
year.
Talberts of Full Circle won one year, and they're presented with a lovely medal that's engraved by the library.
Penny McCaleb has won, and so it's fun to see everybody come and they wear their medallion. And
awesome.
So,
well, besides you're offering another event besides the movie, is that right? You have two events.
Yes, the Scream
in connection with the Literary Voices. So what's the other one?
The day after, at the Midwest City Library, we will be having a very short in the morning event where he will appear for about 30 minutes, completely different than the evening event at the Country Club. And the Humanities Council is going to have a moderated talk with him there.
And so we're hoping to get journalism students to attend, to find out from Sebastian, how he did what he's done and got where he is today.
How old is he?
I believe he's in his
54.
50s.
And where's he from?
Belmont, Massachusetts.
And he went to Wesleyan University in Connecticut.
So
and
he's done very well.
He's had a very interesting life, yes.
And he's just appeared at Sundance as one of the documentary all-stars, so he's still appearing all over, and he's got a new book coming out.
Yes, and his new book is coming out, and it's called Tribe.
Now, what's Tribe about, do we think?
Tribe is about the relationships that are formed when you're in the heat of battle. I don't presume to know, just from what I've read. I haven't.
And he also talks about the impact of PTSD on our soldiers and how that affects their coming back from war and trying to get back into society.
And he's been there with them. So
Absolutely.
He has experienced PTSD himself.
Oh, really?
Yes.
So
because he made that film over 18 months shadowing a small group of soldiers, and so he became very close with them, and there were losses, and so it was very tough for him, even though he wasn't actually fighting.
But he was there in the Korangal Valley, which is the most hotly contested province in Afghanistan. And so he and his cameraman, Tim Hetherington, who subsequently died in Libya, he really was there. So as a non-combatant, but still being fired upon. And yeah, it's a very interesting.
Very interesting story. Well, I think I asked you last year, but is this the only fundraiser for the library? Are there others?
This is the only fundraiser for the library endowment, but the Friends do the fabulous book sale, which is a lot of fun, and they do wonderful work.
But this benefit, and the book sale is wonderful. I took my mother down there, got 20 books, large print for $1 each.
Yes.
But this is the only place where we get to showcase authors, provide a service for the community. Afterward, we're having a book signing, and that does afford an opportunity to speak with the author personally, and it's really a wonderful event.
And you probably sign books the next day too.
Sure. So.
With the students or whatever.
Yes.
But I mean, he's got a lot of books to sign.
He does.
Will he bring Tribe?
We're talking to his publicist about that, and so fingers crossed, but I can't promise that.
Yeah,
so hopefully, since we're his last stop before his
book tour.
So where can we get tickets?
Okay, well, you can go on the website, which is www.metrolibrary.org/literaryvoices.
Okay.
Or you can call the library at
do we have the phone number? 606-3760.
Perfect.
Okay.
So anything else you want to say about the dinner?
Catherine and I are really passionate about this dinner, and we have a core group of people who have worked on it for, you know, almost the entire 13 years of its existence.
Is that right?
Yep.
Yes,
oh
because
my gosh, yeah, that's great.
we just find it so enjoyable, and every year there's a different author, a different topic, and anyone who loves books is going to love this event.
So you have
Absolutely.
lots of volunteers.
We have lots of
How about
volunteers,
sponsors?
yes. We need more sponsors. As everyone knows, this is a very tough year in the
Yes.
economic downturn. We have our presenting sponsor, the Chickasaw Nation,
And
which we're very grateful for.
Yes.
And we're still working on the rest.
Yes.
Okay. So you're not sold out yet, though.
No, but after this airing, I know we will be. So. Helen, I want all of your viewers to call now and buy a ticket. So the number is 606-3760.
That's good.
Okay.
Well, Catherine and Karen, thanks for coming in, and thanks for bringing Sebastian to Oklahoma City. This is one of our great, great evenings in Oklahoma City, and I hope everyone buys a ticket and gets to hear him. Thanks to Party Galaxy for being the party's extra sponsor.